Hey, Bubby. Hey, welcome. I'm just kidding. What's up, guys? Welcome to another review. You know who it is. It's Papa and Zuli here with another video. Today, we're going to be reviewing, you guessed it, Sleepaway Camp. One of those movies that it's just like, what the fuck am I watching, you know? So, this movie is about I can't even say like what it's about without spoiling it, which is annoying. That's how this movie is. Like you can't be like, oh, this is what the movie's about without spoiling it, because it's the whole plot of the movie. Basically, the plot of the movie is they go to this camp and some shit starts happening. Okay, but it's weird. Okay, it's weird. Some shit happens in the beginning of the movie. Okay. That you're like, oh, okay, this is weird. And then you meet this character that the stuff happens to. Her name's Angela. And she lives with her cousin because her parents were killed. And holy fuck. So much crazy shit happens, bro. People just start dying. What else? All those people that die, like some of them deserve it, you know? And that's kind of fucked up to say, but I'm sponsored by Cheez-Its. I'm kidding, I'm not sponsored. But this movie, we're also gonna have some Fortnite in the game, gameplay in the back. Oh, okay. So some shit starts happening, right? People start ending up dying. There's this character. I'm not gonna say his name. He's a cook. He refers to the kids as little chickens. Look at them, little chickens run. What? Like some weird shit, okay? And this fool gets dealt with. Okay, that's the nicest way of me to put it. This fool gets dealt with, and he gets dealt with in like a pretty grotesque way, but it's all practical. A lot of the kills in the movie are actually none of them are CGI. They're all practically done, and it's done so freaking well. It's kind of crazy. All like the makeup artists are, you know, their talents put on display. It's well done. But the ending, oh, actually, before we get to there, let's delve into the characters. So, it is something that I can't complain about. There isn't a whole lot of characterization in the movie, but it's one of those things. Like for me, if I'm going into it knowing it's like a weird movie like this, I'm not going to be all like, okay, I want some characterization, you know? I'm not going to be all concerned about like not like knowing anything about these characters, like, because it's just like what, like I'm just going to be wasting my breath and getting upset, you know? It's not like something that's like a major concern. I need to put my glasses on so I can see. But if it's like a main blockbuster or whatever, and like a Marvel movie or whatever, and I'm supposed to care about the characters, you know, whatever. But like horror movies, it's whatever. A lot of times they put people in these horror movies to be cannon fodder and to die. So the characterization isn't like necessarily a big thing. It's not really there in my personal opinion. I don't get attached to anybody. It does kind of bring you back to the 80s. Gives you like 80s vibes or whatever. So for people like me and 90% of the people who are going to view this, we were too young to have been a teenager in the 80s. And that's okay. You know, like but it's more for, it's going to be like the excitement's going to be more for those people who lived in the 80s. You know, it's gonna be like nostalgic for them. But for someone like me who loves the 80s, it's also like a plus. You know, because it's like, okay, I'm cool. I can like really picture like what the 80s. It really brings me back to like that feel. Because for me personally, I think the 80s and the 70s, honestly the 60s too, are could have been like some of the best times to be alive. Like I like the 40s too, but 60s through 80s are definitely my all-time favorite time to have would have been my favorite time to have been alive, because it was just excitement, you know. I don't really have a problem with technology. You know, sometimes it's kind of annoying, but because I love playing video games. Like obviously, I'm playing a game right now, but I feel like it would have been cooler to have lived my younger years in that year. But that's aside from the point. Brings you back to like brings you to this camp. I don't remember the fucking name of the camp. It's not really important. Brings back some like gives you some like Friday the 13th type vibes or whatever. So if you like Friday the 13th, you're gonna get a kick out of that. And immediately after the camp starts, people there's an accident with like the guy with this cook whatever who I mentioned earlier is someone I don't like. Then someone dies. And it's very it's one of those things where it's like, okay, this is kind of cool. There's actually a movie on, I think it's Amazon Prime, but it might also be on Shudder. Actually, it was on Shudder. I lied. It's called Summer of '84, and it's kind of reminds me of Stand by Me if you've ever seen that. Follows this group of kids and they're during the summertime, whatever. They're doing all this stuff, and it's kind of cool. But there's a killer, and they're trying to figure out who it is, and they think it's their neighbor, and go through a whole lot of shit. So that's also a good movie. I'll do a mini review for that, possibly after this. But Sleepaway Camp kind of like brings you back to the 80s, whatever. It gives you like a good time. It's freaking kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's got some annoying characters where you're just like, okay, like I want you to die. And that's something that's kind of funny. Oh, it's on Tubi? Okay, I'll have to check that out. Bifford the Hobbit. Freaking, it's a good movie. Okay, like I'm not gonna like sit here and like hound on it. It's a good movie. It's not perfect, because like definitely leaves some things to be desired. But then again, so do a lot of these horror movies, like these older horror movies or whatever. That's kind of like their thing, Still doesn't mean like it's a bad movie. It's still very, very much enjoyable. Another thing that I like about it is obviously I've already mentioned how like the time period. It's pretty cool, but I also like the kills. The kills are where this movie shines. Okay. There's one kill with this character that's done off screen, but you see them die in the shadow of like you see a shadow and you just see like the hand, like their hand, but it's like a shadow, whatever. You just see the shadow of their death, if that makes sense. You see them dying, but all you see is like their shadow. That's also really well done. And they die in like a way that you don't really see exactly how they die, but they fucking die because you hear the screaming. And it's something that to this day is pretty fucking cool. There's a drowning, which isn't very cool. There's one that's done in the shower. This one girl dies. She gets like a knife dragged down her spine while she's in the shower. That was really well done. It was kind of hard to watch. And there's also like someone died from bees. So like I said, it's very, very well done. The ending, however, is by far the best part of this entire movie. It's also the worst part. If you know me, you know how much I love horror movies, right? Because I'm always constantly talking about them, constantly reviewing them, whatever. The way this movie ends is unsettling to say the least. Very, very much unsettling. It's just crazy. some shit happens. You're kind of like sitting there like, holy fuck, what did I just watch? But it's done in such a way that it's like, holy crap. Sorry, I was like, I'm trying to like get away from the storm right now. If a movie can do that, jerk off. What? Bro, I love porn bots, bro. Oh fuck, I just fucked myself. Thank you to the porn bot in my comment section. You're not even gonna pop up as a viewer. Okay. If a movie can do that, right? It's something that's like I admire. You know, if it's something that kind of like makes you feel uncomfortable or whatever, I think that's really well done. I wish more movies were like that, but it's also something that's kind of risky. I'm not gonna lie, because this fucking kid. This fucking kid. I'm fighting against like 5 different people. Hold on. Eat it, dude. I gotta freaking move. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah, if a movie can sit there and make you feel uncomfortable like that, personally, I think that's very well done. I feel like horror movies are supposed to make you feel uncomfortable. I feel like if they don't, what was the point? If there's not a bunch of shock value, whatever, unnerving scenes, what's the point? You know, that is something that to me personally can make or break a horror movie. If it's just shock value, doesn't really add anything, memorable. There ain't a whole lot of memorable kills. Then what did I watch? Like, what was the whole point of this movie? You know, like if I'm not gonna sit here by the end of this and be like, oh my god, like what the heck was that? Like at the end of Sleepaway Camp, I was sitting there like, okay, whoa, like that was a little scary. Not scary, but unnerving. You know, like I was a little like, okay, I was not expecting that. This is kind of more than I was expecting out of this movie. Not saying that the movie was going. I just assumed the movie was going to be bad, but I wasn't expecting it to be turn out the way it was or end the way it did. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually good. Because if a movie can make you feel some type of way, that means they actually cared about their movie enough to put time into it to make it enjoyable, to make it creepy, to make it memorable. If a horror movie sticks with you after you watch it, or a movie just in general, if it sticks with you, then that they did a good job. The directors did a very good job. They cared about their film. They cared enough at least to make you want to care about it. And that's something that can if you care about something and you it'll show. If you don't care about something, it'll also show. If you show that you care about something and you put the time in and then you release it, that's just going to win. That's going to be a win for you. that's going to be something that's like, okay, awesome. Like, hey guys, I made this. I'm really proud of it. You should check it out. Okay, cool. Gives it a shot, likes it. Then they start showing people. And it's like it's a ripple effect, you know? And not a lot of movies do that, you know? There definitely are movies where it's just like, by the end of it, you're just like, okay, what the fuck did I watch? Like this movie called Girl House. I'm pretty sure I read that. I don't know. Little synopsis. It's about it's girls all over this house. It's like a cam girl house, whatever. They live their entire lives are broadcasted. They do sexy things, whatever, because you know that's what people want. And it's everything that they do is recorded. This dude, at the beginning of the movie, you can tell he's psychotic. He ended up going on there. They like tell him to fuck off because he's being creepy, whatever. And then he gets crazy, finds out hacks into their place, finds out where they live, and starts killing them. That's basically the entire movie. That was not a good movie. That did have a lot of startle effect. A lot of the kills were brutal. I like brutal kills, okay? But like sometimes enough is enough. You know, like sometimes I'm just like, okay, like why? You know, like why is this happening? Why is it happening this way? I get it's a horror movie. It's not supposed to be pretty, but like sometimes directors just need to pump it. Like pump the brakes, you know? Like not everything has to be as fucking insane. Jesus. Wow, okay. Not everything has to be like super. I gotta watch this kid get fucking killed. Not everything has to be completely like, you know, bro, you're garbage. Not everything has to be fucking like brains gushing everywhere, heads get smashed in. Because there's this one girl, she gets her fingers broken or whatever, and she gets stabbed or whatever, and she gets like brutally like, beat the fuck up, and she's left to sit there on the cam website, and people think it's part of a show, and it's just like it's hard to watch. There's one girl, and he leaves in a sauna, she starts to bake, she gets out, then he fucking break like it's just very freaking like fucked up. He like kills this girl with Clorox, whatever, or whatever it is he used. I don't remember. It's just it's a no for me, you know. Like I'm all about those like gore movies, whatever. Sometimes they're cool, but I'm not a big torture porn type of person because a lot of times they don't know how to pump the brake. I keep wanting to say pump it at the gym, pump the brakes, whatever, and they just throw whatever, and it's just like that's why I don't really like Saw. You know, like those movies are just kind of like I don't like those movies because those are just I don't like that. I don't like people suffering. I mean, I get that's like what horror movies are, but I just don't like to watch it slowly. If it's gonna happen, make it fast, whatever, and then it's over. Not this fucking prolonged shit. You gotta rip your fucking tongue out to fucking live, and then you get smashed by a train. Like I don't want to watch that happen slowly. I don't like that kind of stuff. But like I said, that's not something that's good. That's not really what happens in sleepaway camp. Most of the kills are, you know, pretty fast. They're all pretty unique. It's pretty good. And then the ending is just, if you just Google sleepaway camp ending and just watch it, you'll know what I mean. It leaves like this empty, creepy feeling inside of you. Like, first of all, what did I just watch? And second of all, what the fuck? You know? And that to me, that's a good film. This kid sucks. What you get? This kid sucks. But yeah, like I said, it's a good movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Girl House, I don't recommend watching. I don't believe in people killing strippers just for the fact that they're stripping, or just because you're upset about something just to go kill people. I don't I don't get that. Like I don't like that. That's pretty much that entire movie. Kind of leaves like this, like what the fuck type of. And then another thing about that movie, that this kind of concludes my review for Sleepaway Camp, because obviously I don't really have anything else to say about that. It's pretty good. But I'll review Girl House too. Another thing is they make people in that movie so fucking stupid. Like the girls themselves are not stupid. Okay, the girls are doing what they can to fucking live. But like some of the other people, like the there's like a security guard at the house, like that runs like this gate, whatever. This fucking creepy guy just walks right in and kills him, and then kills the owner of the fucking website too on camera because his room's like recorded too. Kills the dude on camera, and this dude's watching people die on camera, and then it's like a delay or whatever on the camera, and then this dude gets fucking killed. Like he tries to be all like, "Oh, like don't come in here, bro. I'm gonna fuck you up," and then dude gets destroyed. Yeah, garbage. So glad that kid got killed. But you know what I mean? Like that's like a movie where it's just like, what the fuck am I watching? Alright. I'm currently packing my stuff for the field. I'll bring I'll bring 2 sets of OCPs and I'll wear one. Look at this. Or this one. Take that with me. I might put something on in the background. Let's see, hold on. I'll just leave this. So yeah, that's one of those movies where it's like it leaves something like in you, like that you're like wanting, like leaves some want to be desired, you know. Do you have some lips in here? Definitely want to get like the foldable chairs. Kind of ran out of things to say for that. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god. Alright, there's plenty of socks in there. There's plenty of each of these. Throw. This obviously needs to go in there. Holy cow. Push a belt in there. Nuts in a booty kit. It's on your right. That's really cute. Let's leave the break. Oh yeah. Everything. This is how you pack. Because you guys clicked on this video to learn how to pack, right? That's why you're here. Get the dark bro. The dark ones. Actually, I also need to throw bad boys in here. Alright, cool. Got 2 uniforms in here. To wear the one. Man. I got socks, bedding, boots, shirts, underwear. Obviously toothbrush. Where's the electric razor? In case he decides to rain or some shit. Go in there and see if this. Okay, let's go. Trying to think what else I might need. Here we go. We'll be right back. Actually, I'm gonna end this and then I'll do another one on my PlayStation. Peace.